having this Spartan team, make it a beast team with obviously getting yourself on the description below, get yourself to U7 Buy, get yourself some cheap, reliable coins, and don't forget to use King with a cheeky 6% off. Right, let's get into the video. Yo guys, what's going on? King Flipper here. Welcome to the thing you all love, enjoying and seeing how much we fail, the Premier League prediction. We have a special guest. We have the Dabinator. Oh cool. Paddy. The flatmate. The mate is just about.
Wow!
We're hiding our
hiding the predictions
right as much as I can, and so you guys don't get to see as well. So yeah, I struggled. I struggled. The bottom three are quite easy to predict, and the bottom two are quite. The bottom three and the top two are very easy to predict.
Yeah, I agree there. I think I flew through mine there. I think I looked at the list of teams, and I just went, "This is it," and that was it. I didn't second guess. No overthinking. I just wrote names down on a bit of paper.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to say 20th at the same time, or do you want to go in turns?
I think we go in turns.
So if like I go for 20th first, then you go for 19th first, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to do? Do you want to go first, or?
No, I'll let you go first. It's
okay.
your channel.
So 20th I'm going to go with, and I think most people have Ipswich. I think Ipswich are definitely the one.
I've got the same.
Yeah, I think most people have got Ipswich bottom.
I think they'll be all right and they'll win games, but I think it's going to be a Luton situation again. They're going to do exciting football. They're going to play their game,
and they don't care.
And it doesn't matter.
They're still going to go down. Just all I'm going to say, Ipswich fans, just like Luton fans, just enjoy it. You're in the Premier League for a season. You should take it as it comes. Because if you end up beating a team that you shouldn't, then you should definitely take that as
Luton did.
Yeah, as a cup final win. So yeah, both of us have gone Luton bottom, which I'm not surprised at.
Ipswich.
So. Yeah, sorry, because we were just talking about
both
of us have gone Ipswich bottom. So yeah, come on then, you can go 19th.
Right, so for 19th, I've gone for a little bit of a controversial one actually. I've gone Nottingham Forest.
Before I even what? Excuse me?
Nottingham Forest. I think they go down. Genuinely.
Why?
They had a very, very rough season last season.
I know that.
And they only just managed to keep themselves out. And I don't think they've got the facilities to be able to pull that off again.
Don't think they have the facilities for that big man.
No.
So you've got 9. That's interesting. So I've gone less than 19th.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
The reason I've gone less than 19th is they've literally just lost Dewsbury Hall. They've literally just lost their best player. And at the moment, I'm still going to put them 19th, but they have their point deduction is looming. I do think if they get a big point deduction, I think they will finish bottom. I do think that Ipswich will finish ahead of them. It just depends on how many points are. But at the moment, I'm putting less than 19th. But that's a surprise, that is, from you.
Yeah.
That's a surprise.
I think one of the three teams stays up.
I don't think they will. So, I'm about to say, I don't think they will. 18th, I've gone Southampton.
18th.
So, I just think Southampton, I just don't think they've got the capabilities. I don't think they're going to be terrible, but I just don't think they're good enough to stay up. So I put Southampton 18th there, and at the moment they haven't got a class striker. They ain't got the greatest team. They got Armstrong, but Armstrong is capable of scoring. He has scored in the Prem before, but I just don't think Southampton have bolstered themselves enough to stay up. So
for 18th, I've gone for Leicester.
Oh, so you think Southampton are going to stay up?
I think Southampton are going to stay up.
See, I was going to say
and I think if the point deduction does happen, then it's almost a guarantee that Southampton stay up. Personally, I know they haven't, bolstered too much, but sometimes that's a good thing, and that team is gelled. You've got to think back to years ago when they did the double drop, and then Another 3 years later, they were back in the Prem, and then they stayed in the Prem for another 5-6 seasons. I see Southampton doing it again. Whenever they come back up, they always stay for at least a couple seasons.
I get where you're coming from. I think it'll be close with Southampton and who I've picked for 17th, but we'll find out who you picked for 17th, which I'm guessing is Southampton.
It is Southampton.
Yeah, and I've gone with who you think is going to get relegated. I've gone Forest.
You've gone Forest.
Because I think Forest... I do think Forest will struggle, but I don't think they'll get relegated. But I think Southampton and Forest will be the ones that I think will be very close to stay, like between them two to stay up. Because Leicester, I just think, because of losing their best player, and if they get a points deduction, hit them and Ipswich they're going to be gone probably by just after Christmas. I think they're going to be just so far away from everyone else. It's going to be unbelievable. But Forest, I think Forest are going to struggle, but I just think they're going to just again survive.
Well, at least we've got the order wrong, but the bottom 4 teams we do agree on at least.
Now we're getting to the interesting stuff. This is when it starts getting 16th. I've gone Everton.
I've gone Brentford.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Everton, fantastic towards the end of the season,
but they've lost quite a few players. They've lost Onana.
They have lost Onana,
who is going to be who was unbelievable for them.
Yeah, and he looks like he's going to be unbelievable for us, and he's going to slot into that Kamara role whilst Kamara's out.
Yeah, I just think Everton haven't. I just don't think they've got enough players. I think they haven't. I don't think they've brought in a striker either. I don't think they have. Teams. I'm sure I had somewhere where it was teams. Yeah, I'm sure Everton haven't really brought in any strikers, and Calvert-Lewin seems to be way too inconsistent.
Yeah, he can't. His problem is he can't stay fit.
Yeah. So they lost Jack Harrison. He's not too bad.
No, they got him back in.
Sorry, they got Harrison back in. Irubagum, he's okay, but I don't think he's top tier quality. Tim, he played, but like
he got minutes and he looked alright. Okay, but he's young.
Yeah,
he's very young. Who else they got? They got
Ndai. They got Lindstrom on loan. That Ndaya was a decent signing.
And O'Brien.
Yeah.
From Lyon. That's not bad for them, but you look at the list. It's gone out.
They lost Dobbin, Godfrey. I think Godfrey was, even though he didn't really play that much, I think he's a good centre back.
Yeah.
Onana obviously to us. The rest of it isn't. Even Andre Gomez was released. I mean, he wasn't.
He didn't do anything.
But like, you're looking at them bring-ins. There's no shout for striker, is there? You got Calvert-Lewin, and then you've got. Wait, who's that? Beto?
Yeah, Beto. You got to remember, it was Beto's first season last season, and he played fairly well.
I know. Yeah, but
he stepped up when DCL.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know.
I think it's Brentford, but I don't see Brentford making it into the top 15.
Okay.
I think their troubles are there seems to be troubles in that dressing room, and I think Ivan Toney's a lot to do with it. He hasn't scored since February.
Yeah, I
know. It's. I feel like he's going to be the next Harry Kane, who just doesn't score until like Christmas, and then he goes and bangs in like 20 goals. But it will be too late by that point. I think.
Yeah. Right. So who you gone for 15th?
For 15th, I've gone for Everton.
Have you? I've gone for. I've gone for Wolves.
Okay.
I just. The Wolves, they lost Kilman. I think Kilman has actually quite...
their best defender.
Yeah, the Kilman was their best defender, so that I think that's a massive blow. And if I remember right, they haven't... let me just double check who they brought in. Their bring-ins haven't been that great. They brought in Tommy Doyle, which is a good signing. Gomez, I'm not sure. I don't know about.
He's okay.
And then you look at the rest. Lima, I know I've heard of him, but nothing. Nasta and Larson, like, but like, Kilman is a massive blow.
It's their biggest loss.
And you've got to think about Cunha and Neto. They're injury prone, man.
Yeah.
Like if Neto stays fully fit, I think it'll be different. But Neto's massively injury prone. and it's a shame because I think he's a class player.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's who I've gone for 15th.
Yeah, for Everton, I think basically the same reasons as you. Lost a lot of key players. Haven't really brought in players to replace those players.
Yeah.
So
As recording this, by the way, we're recording this on the 6th of August because obviously a lot of things can change before the transfer window closes. So if anything else happens, you can't count them.
yeah,
You can't count them. So 14th, I've gone for what you've put for 16th. I've gone Brentford.
I've gone Bournemouth.
Ooh, do you know what? I wasn't far off putting them there, you know.
Yeah,
But I've gone Brentford. I've got the same issue as you. There's something like I think a little bit higher than what you predicted, but there is something going on that's not great in that camp at the moment, and with Tony just not doing anything.
yeah,
As I said, like either he's going to end up having an absolute shocker and all season scoring 10 goals if he's lucky, or he'll end up having a class season and they'll finish in the top 10 and they're not getting he'll get 20-25 goals. It's one of them with Tony.
Yeah.
It all depends on Tony because again I don't think Brentford I haven't seen much about Brentford's ins and outs. That's why they've only I know about Thiago. I've heard about him.
Yeah, he's quality.
He's quality, but that's it. They lost Raya as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
Even though Raya didn't play for them for last season.
Oh, he was out on loan.
He was out on loan, but they've lost him completely because I think that might have been different if he'd stayed. I think he would have been a quality.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, he is a quality
Well,
goalkeeper,
he is.
isn't he?
That's why Arsenal bought him.
Yeah,
because
so-
Ramsdale's not doing anything for them. So
I still think Ramsdale's quality as well.
Oh, he is, but compared to Raya
yeah.
at the moment,
So yeah, that's what I've gone for 14th. You can talk about yours a little bit.
Bournemouth, they're just one of those clubs.
Yeah, they're just
They
don't really do much, do they?
They don't do much. They've got some decent signings in there. Sinistro they've signed permanently now.
I don't know.
Unal for them has been good.
Yeah,
I think for them it's consistency.
yeah.
They're not a consistent team.
The consistency is stuck in the mid-table. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's their consistency. And to be fair, they haven't really lost anyone big. Well, I say anyone big. Kiefer Moore at 6'5", but other than that, they've kept their team and they've just added to it. And there's a couple of signings in there that I think potentially could pull off for them, but I don't think it's going to make much of a difference considering that they've got to gel with the team. I know Sinistro and Unal are going to be, they're already gelled with that team, but these others that are with them, we'll have to wait and see. But I think it's another mid-table season for Brentford.
So you
For Bournemouth, sorry.
now it's your 13th.
So for 13th, I've gone for Wolves.
I've gone for Bournemouth.
So
So we're doing all right here. It seems like we are doing all right. There's not much.
There's not too much. There's not
Yeah.
too much difference.
Bournemouth, I agree with what Paddy said. Bournemouth literally are that between, I'd say, like 13th to 10th team. They win games, they lose games. There's no consistency. It's like what we used to be back in the day.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They'll win one, lose one, maybe win a couple, and lose to a stupid team and stuff like that.
Like lose the bottom of the
Yeah,
table.
yeah. Unal, as I said, is a good signing for them. I'm not a massive fan of Sinistera. We'll see, but yeah, the other signings I'm looking at, and they're not exactly woo. They don't shout out.
Well, Heisler, he's pretty good.
I didn't. Yeah, that's why they've paid 15 mil for him, because he's young. So that's pretty much. I can't really say much more about Bournemouth. That's about it.
Yeah, and Wolves again. Fitness. They'll be a mid-team table. I think that's it. They've got to keep their players fit. If players aren't fit, then they're not going to be pushing into the top 10.
Well, I don't think they will then. Yeah. So, 12. I've gone Fulham.
I've gone Fulham.
Yes. We've both gone Fulham. Then that's fine. Fulham are another one. I think like Bournemouth.
Yeah.
They have
They have quality players, but they just don't seem to be like fully gelled. Like when you compare them to like Villa last season, Villa was a well-oiled machine that had gelled with world-class players. I think Fulham have world-class players, but they're not fully gelled. But the biggest thing for them is that they've got Emil Smith Rowe.
But they lost Polina.
I know they lost.
Losing Polina is massive.
It is massive, but they got a massive amount of money for him.
Yeah, they did get a lot.
They got
massive. That's why they
amount
spent
of
it
money
on
for
Rowe.
him. Exactly, and they've got Sessegnon.
Sessegnon's a good signing.
To cover for left back.
I don't know.
Left wing back.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know much about Kusen. I don't pronounce his name. The Villarreal, don't
I can't pronounce it. But yeah, I don't know much about him.
No, I don't know much about him.
When it says undisclosed, that is a sign that they're promising.
Yeah, well,
they're a promising player.
But yeah, I think Fulham will finish closer to the top half of the lower part of the table. Smith Rowe will be massive for him. It depends on how quick he gets into the
how quickly.
I know he's already scored in friendlies.
Yeah,
he's already scored. So I wanted him at Villa. I genuinely wanted him at Villa.
The thing is, I think he would have suited us, but we already have way too much competition for those roles. Rodgers, Buendia, Bailey.
Smith Rowe plays on the left. He can play on both sides.
McGinn, Ramsey.
I don't know.
They all play. They can all play on that left side.
So yeah, but I think that the biggest issue is losing Polina. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why I might have. If they kept Polina and with Smith Rowe, I think they would have finished in the top half of the table.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But because of losing Polina's an unreal player.
I still think they've got a few signings to make.
They need to.
And I think they're going to get that DM role sorted.
They need to. So yeah, come on then. Yours 11th.
11th. I've gone West Ham.
Excuse me?
I've gone West Ham.
Okay, I've gone Brighton.
Okay, yeah. I can see why you went with Brighton for that.
Brighton didn't have a great season, and I think they've lost a few players. I mean, and they've lost De Zebra. I like to call him De Zebra. I mean, I'm looking at them signings there. I know who Minter is. Minter is. I don't get that, by the way. In Minter, Brighton. I don't. He must have been on loan or something.
Yeah.
I know. I know who Weaver is.
I think it was loan to buy.
Yeah, I know who Weaver is. I don't know Osman. I don't know. I don't know the other couple. Oh, I know Dewberry, but no, he's didn't really play much. Losing Grosh was a big loss for them.
Yeah.
10 mil is unreal value for money for Grosh.
He's 29.
I think he only had 1 more year left on his contract. He must have only had 1 year left on his contract.
Yeah.
Can't believe they've lost yeah, absolute baller. Lallana went to Southampton.
He's gone back to his roots.
He's gone back to his roots, but he's on his verge of retiring anyway.
Yeah.
So that's why I've put Brighton there. They've brought in some good signings. They've lost their manager, which is massive. I don't know. It's a weird one. Brighton is a massive, it's one of them big question mark teams, but I'm putting them 11th because I just don't think they've got. I think they're going to be there at the middle of smack bang in the middle of the table, but I just don't know if it's going to be the lower half or the top half.
Yeah.
Now I want to know why you put West Ham there.
Right. So let's go to the signings first. I want to talk about their signings.
I will happily show you their signings because I want to know what I'm hearing.
So, you look at that and you look at those signings, you go, oh my days. West Ham are balling. They're looking to push into the top of the table. I don't think they settle quick enough.
Don't you reckon?
I think by Christmas they'll be in that spot and they'll be fighting to keep that spot. I reckon that in that middle, maybe 11th to 9th, I don't see him progressing any further because
that's a big claim.
You need to look at those players, and those are all first team players.
Mm-hmm.
How quick are they all going to settle with each other and then within the team? And I like Moyes. Don't get me wrong, I like Moyes, but last season you could see cracks.
I get that,
and I think if they don't do well, it's just all going to implode, and they're going to be left exactly in that slap bang in the middle.
So that's what you think's going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that. Okay, I get your reason, but that.
But you've got to also think they have lost Ben Rama.
I don't think he was that good.
I think he was good for them. Kera, I think, was a solid defender.
It was
I know they've brought in Kilman, but Kilman's going to need to settle extremely quickly to be able to play like that. And you know, it's one of those things. They've gone and they have spent big money.
Yeah, I know.
Big money.
Okay.
And they haven't really sold many players to sort of recover that. So there could be questions straight away.
Yeah.
But we'll just have to wait and see. But I genuinely think it's going to be a settling issue because Somerville is a quality player, absolutely quality. He's one of the first names on the.
They have spent a lot of money.
Fulcrook,
Yeah.
First name on the team sheet.
I know.
Gilman, first name on the team sheet.
Even Gilhern?
Gilhern, first name on the team sheet. Fodringham, on the bench.
Yeah.
But you look at those four; those are big signings, and they are statement signings, and they could do well.
100%.
But I don't see them settling.
Okay, so yeah, that's fine. 10th, I've gone for. This is going to be interesting. Now, 10th is I've gone for Palace.
Okay, for 10th, I've gone for Brighton.
Okay, I can see why you've gone for Brighton. It's probably the same.
Exact same reasons.
Yeah, the reason I've gone for Brighton, I think if Palace kept their main players, I think they would have been pushing for top 6.
Yeah.
But because of losing Elise and they've lost, and now they look like they're losing Guehi, yeah, 10th is the best for them now. Losing their best defender and one of their best wingers. At least they can play winger and forward. Like that's massive, that is.
Yeah.
That is massive.
Yeah.
Because Palace were on form at the end of last season.
Oh, they were on fire.
And all they needed to do was keep their players and improve their team. I could see them fighting for top 6. Losing them 2 players is a massive issue. So that's why I put them 10th.
I can see why. You got to remember, Palace have always been a selling club.
Yeah, I know.
They will hold on to their youth players for as long as physically possible, and then as soon as they hit their prime, they start to hit their prime, cash in, sell them.
That used to be like us.
Get that money. Yeah.
So why have you? I mean, you don't really need to talk about Brighton too much.
No. Exact same reasons. Not many comings in. It's one of those. They're just. I think they're going to be in that again, the 11th to 9th range.
Okay. It's so awkward now for these teams, but like this is the top 10 now. It's going to be interesting. Come on then, Mister. 9th for you.
Newcastle.
I've got Newcastle as well. I think Newcastle are a little bit in the mud.
Yeah.
Tonali isn't back yet, is he?
I don't think so. I think he's still got another.
I think he's still got another couple of months.
Yeah.
So you look at Newcastle's ins. I mean, obviously it looks like Guehi's coming to him, which is a massive signing.
Yeah.
So it'll be him and I think him and Botman will start.
Yeah.
Which is a great pair up, but I mean they brought in Lewis Hall. That's it. Vlad to miss is a good sign, but he's not going to get ahead of Pope.
Yeah. Well, it depends. Depends how fit Pope is. He's been out for a long time.
Yeah, I still don't think he's going to get in ahead of Pope. But Newcastle fans, you can let me know if that's wrong. The rest of it stinks. There, I'm like looking at.
Yeah, you look at Lloyd Kelly and John Rudy.
Yeah. And then they've lost Anderson. I know he's not really been, but Minta, I think he was been a decent signing as well. So he was a decent signing. So, but like, there's not really much going on at Newcastle, is there?
No.
But like with Guehi, as I said, this is recorded before Guehi's officially signed. If Guehi signs, maybe a little bit higher Newcastle because it's a big. But you've still got fucking Dan. Like you're playing Dan fucking Burn.
Yeah. And usually at left back.
Yeah, that just sums it all.
Well, it says it all, considering that they've got an actual left back in Matt Target.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. And you've still got, and there's still rumours about. Oh my god, I've had a mind fart. Their striker. Isaac.
Isaac, yeah.
Yeah, there's still rumours about Isaac flying around that he might not. He might be moving. I don't think that's happen.
I think Hal keeps him in the top 10. 9th.
Yeah.
I think 10th to 8th.
Yeah.
Is the range.
Yeah.
But I've got him down as 9th.
I've got him down as 9th as well, so that's pretty decent. So that's right.
8th.
You're not going to like me.
No.
I put Villa there.
Fair.
The only reason I've put Villa... I'm a Villa fan. I want them to finish higher than that. The only reason I put them there, the amount of games we're going to be playing is unbelievable. This new Champions League format is like, you've got so many extra games. I mean, let's just say we get past the groups or whatever you want to call them, the tables or whatever, the Champions League. I think it's 8 games in the groups.
Yeah.
You've got 8. Let's say we go one more. There's 9 there. And let's just say we get to the 5th round of each of the cups. There's another 3 games. Do we get into 3rd? 3rd, 4th, 5th, isn't it? Is it the 3rd round we go into?
Yeah, 3rd round.
So there's another 6 games on top.
In the League Cup, it's 2nd round.
So yeah, so let's just say that's another 7 games on top of that, plus the 38 games. Over 50, you're looking nearly 55 games. Oh, it's a lot. I mean, we have brought in players to
We have strengthened our squad.
We have strengthened our squad by quite a lot, and we've obviously got we've got a lot. Like, look at that. Emerson Day, I have not watched him. We got Archer back. Barkley looks good. He's been decent in the early. Barkley will be a backup, but he's a good class backup. I can't pronounce his name. Baronesha apparently has been looks
quality.
Good. Yeah,
he looks quality.
Dobbin, good signing for the backups. Ealing Jr.
He looks quality.
Another one. I don't know who Kadir is.
No.
Matteson, he's looked quality. Onana is looking quality. Philogene is back again. I've rated Philogene anyhow. I think he's a good player.
And the reason we had to sell him, Archer, and a couple of the other youngsters was PSR.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And then Max Jenner, I don't know who the fuck he is. Oh, sorry. But yeah, but obviously
he's got to be a youngster. Yeah. He's from Baggies.
Yeah, on the way out, obviously we lost Tim. I'm just going to call him Tim. We had him we played him as a sub. He didn't look bad, but not great. Kellerman didn't play really.
He played a couple.
But for 20 million, that's good value. We got good money there.
And it's another one of those.
Yeah.
Buybacks.
Yeah.
If anyone comes in for him, we can go. Actually, we're going to activate this clause.
Then you got Dougie. Obviously, he went out, but we had players in with the money as well. And then DRB, he left because of the money they offered him was just. And we got good value for money back off him.
Oh, we got our money back
plus
and
a
some.
bit more.
And some.
So
and I can see like he couldn't settle. He had flashes of greatness, but we don't need that. No, we need
Bailey. Bailey was better.
Yeah,
Bailey was better all season.
Bailey has been consistent all season.
Yeah. So that's why that's it. So main reason I've only put them 8th is just because of how many games we're going to probably end up playing.
So my 8th, I've gone for Palace.
Okay.
I did nearly put Villa there.
Yeah.
But then I looked at my options as a like, I can't put Palace above Villa. I just couldn't do it.
So
yeah, same reasons as you. So 7th, I've gone for Liverpool.
Oof.
Big call, I know. Brand new manager. Salah's starting to lose it a bit. He didn't have a fantastic season. He didn't have a bad season last season, but he didn't have a fantastic season because he didn't have anyone there to push him. When Mane was there, that was peak Liverpool because he got pushed every single game because anything that Salah did, Mane did better.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
And now it seems last season he's lost that, so he's just got too relaxed and sort of just expects and just sits up front and just expects the ball, which does work for them. But with a new manager on top of that as well, and I haven't really heard too much signings from them. Who have they got in them?
I'll have a gander. Liverpool. I don't think Liverpool have actually signed anyone.
I don't think they have.
No,
exactly. They haven't signed anyone. I know they've got rid of a lot of their youngsters.
Yeah, they have.
But Matip, I think, so actual.
The Matip was mad losing.
I think that's mad that they've released him.
Yeah.
They didn't get any money for him.
No.
Even a couple mil would have been.
I don't get that one either.
Matip, yeah, he's getting on, he is a quality defender.
Yeah.
And people will be like, oh well, Van Dijk.
Yeah, but
Matip did the same thing. He read the game. If Van Dijk wasn't on the pitch, Matip filled that role.
Yeah.
And I think that is going to be a big loss for them. I know he was only a bench warmer last season and he didn't get many minutes, but
the only good thing about that is that they do actually have some decent centre backs to replace them.
Yeah. I know they've got a lot of youth that they're pushing through, but I know Slot's a good manager.
Yeah.
But it's going to be his first season. I think it's going to be like the whole Klopp thing all over again.
Yeah.
And it's going to take him a couple seasons before they start to see results again.
See, I've gone for 7th. I've gone Spurs.
You've gone for the Spurs.
I just don't. After watching them last season, I just don't think they were good, and I don't think they're going to do anything amazing again this year. They're just one of them tin pot clubs. They're going to be around about us again. But the difference is that the reason I put us behind them is literally because of how many games they're playing. That's literally it. The Spurs.
I think that's slightly controversial.
Do ya?
I do.
You look at Spurs. I don't rate Postecoglou at all. Really, to be honest. I mean, and then you look at their signings. Archie Gray, Werner again back. Werner's still back on loan.
Werner had a good season with them.
I said it was average. And then
but
there's not really been a lot.
He didn't score many goals, but it's the problems he causes up front. As soon as people see, oh shit, he's running at me, everyone starts to get drawn to him, and then he just releases the ball because he knows he's not a world class striker.
I can't believe they sold Dyer after the season he had with Bayern Munich for 3 million.
Yeah, but he's old.
Yeah,
he's 31.
Yeah. So I thought Feeney played for us.
I think, Feeney did used to play for us.
Oh, okay. I'd never even heard of him. They picked up one. I just don't think I don't think there's been enough. Tanganga went to Millwall. Mad. That's a drop. I just think Spurs.
And Perisic as well. I think that's a loss.
I think, honest to God, between 8th and 3rd, I think it's going to be super close, and it's either going to be we're going to be really right or we're going to be really wrong.
Oh yeah,
that's what I think this season is going to be very close. Not for the top 2, but I think it's going to be very close. So, but yeah, I put Spurs there, just ahead of us, only because we're going to play it well. Spurs ain't in anything. We're in something that's quite important. So yeah.
So who have you got for 6th then?
United.
You've got United.
I've gone United just because I think they're missing a few key players. I just think they're still missing a few key players. That fraud in goal for Man United is a shocker. Onana is cack. And I generally thought they were going to bring somebody else in. No. So, again, it's going to be really close in them for the fight for between 8 for the top 4 for the 3rd to 8th. But I've put United there, which is going to be interesting. I think United are going to finish there just because I think they're missing a few key players, and the injuries seem to be very common. Their main injuries.
It's always the same. Yeah, the same positions as well.
That's what I mean. Like your defenders, you've lost Varane now.
Yeah. They released him.
They released him.
I can't believe they released him.
I don't get how Varane. Like I get Varane was injured, but releasing him is actually crazy.
Yeah.
Yoro injured already. I just don't. I have a feeling that Yoro is going to be a bang average for some unknown reason in this Premier League. I think he's going to be bang average. I think you need to keep Martinez fit.
Yeah.
If Martinez is not fit, you are massively in the mud. Massively in the mud. So yeah, Xerxes.
I see him being good.
But he won't start ahead of Højlund. Unless Højlund's injured, he won't start. I mean, I think Højlund is injured actually. To start off with. So yeah, your other signings, not a chat. They're never going to start.
Yeah.
What's compensation? That's mad. Here you go. He's a Donny for free for
Yeah.
compensation. I have no idea.
I think it might have been something to do with a loan clause or something
Yeah.
like that. So
Players have gone out. You've lost Fernandez. We don't talk about that guy. The rest of them, you've lost Donny van der Beek, but like he wasn't really that great, and
Yeah.
everything else is like
Martial
went.
I
Obviously,
think
you
that
got.
could be a loss to them because
I didn't even know Huddleston was still at United.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, Varane, biggest loss.
Yeah, Varane's a massive loss. 'cause
Absolutely massive loss.
Yeah, you've brought in Yoro, but that's a massive gamble. It
So,
looks like you might be losing Wan-Bissaka as well.
for my sixth,
Go on.
I've gone for Villa. I think we're just going to be chasing in those top 5 positions for the entire season,
Yeah.
and I think it's going to be a leggy thing.
Yeah, that's what.
We have such squad depth now that I think we can consistently keep pushing those top teams. And the reason I've gone for the top 5 that I've gone for in that order is because I think everyone else has got, oh wow, if we lapse against Villa like we done last season,
Yeah.
except one team in particular that did the double over us, but if we lapse against Villa, they're going to cost us a title.
Yeah.
And we need to make sure.
Well, that's what we did to Arsenal.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly.
Right.
But yeah, I'm excited to see our signings in real competitive football.
I am as well, but I just put them a little. As I said, I think it's going to be really tight between 8th and 3rd. So, yeah, that's the main reason I've just put them a bit lower. But I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
It's your turn to pick 5th.
Man United.
I've gone Liverpool. So obviously, I kind of, to be honest, listening to Paddy talk about Liverpool, they haven't really. I still think they're gonna do good, but nowhere near as good as last season. I think they could be the one team that, if out of any of them top 8, like them top third to 8th, that could either finish 3rd or could
8th.
finish 8th.
Yeah.
They're one of them ones that it's going to be really, really. It's really unpredictable with Liverpool. Really unpredictable. Not bringing anyone in is a bit of a shock, and there's still no rumours about them bringing in anyone at all.
Yeah.
Again, I know they've lost Matip, but they do have still quality centre backs. They've got Konate, and they've got that youth guy that scored against us, Kwanzaa. Sorry, that Kwanzaa. He looks quality as well. So, they still have a quality side. It's just that I do agree. I think Salah is getting a bit. He's being a bit lazy.
Yeah.
And I don't know how Fraudez is going to do. I don't like him. I just hate him anyhow. But like, is he going to be another Timo Werner again, or is he just going to do the same as he just keeps having shots and somehow hits the bar or misses more often than not, or is he actually going to be a 20 goal plus goal
Man
player?
United, I think I see them push in, but I don't see them breaking into that top 4.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. That's why I put them one place lower than you.
But I think they've made some good signings. It's just how they slot into the team. So we'll just have to wait and see. So 4th for you.
West Ham.
Fair.
I've gone West Ham. As Paddy was pointing out, I get where he's pointing out because he thinks they're not going to gel. I think they're going to gel. I think Fulkrug is going to come in. I think he's a player that's going to absolutely destroy the league. I think he's going to come in. He's got the strength, he's got the attitude, and he's a quality finisher. I think he's going to come in and he's just going to he will score 20 plus goals. I think he will be up there.
That's a big shout.
I think he'll be up there and he will score 20 plus goals.
I think 15 to 20 is what he'll score.
I think he might. I think he'll outperform this season. He'll surprise a lot of people. You've got to imagine who he's got around him as well.
Yeah, true.
You've got Kudus.
Yeah.
You've got Bowen already there. They're already gelled in. Then obviously there are other signings that picked up.
Bowen could go back to his natural right wing position.
So and picking up Kilman. I still think 4th is, again, it's going to be one of them really close ones. They could finish 4th, they could finish 6th. Picking up Kilman is another quality signing. Hopefully he gels in straight away. there is a few issues still with West Ham. Like the defence is a bit. Apart from picking up Kilman, the defence is a bit sus still.
Yeah.
It is a bit sus. Their forwards now, as long as Fulkrug doesn't get injured, because Antonio is just not as good as he used to be. Yeah, their midfield is class now with the signings they've picked up and everything like that. Like Somerville can play as a striker as well.
Yeah.
But like you've got him as well. It's like I think West Ham are going to surprise a lot of people. And yeah, I just think they're going to finish fourth. But again, it's one of them ones that between third and eighth, I was like, who do I put where?
Yeah. So I've gone for Chelsea for fourth. I think they'll have a good season, and they'll do well. I just don't think they currently have the players to take them to pushing City and Arsenal that close. You know, like Liverpool and Arsenal a few years ago, where it was those three teams constantly, and it was a couple of points of each other every time. I reckon that's where Chelsea sit. I think they are a good team. They have fantastic quality players. They've made some good signings.
Yeah,
they've got rid of some players that just weren't up to scratch, and they've got good money for them because they're Chelsea players. And I think they'll sit at fourth. But again, one of those teams, I think third to sixth.
Yeah.
It's a close one from third to eighth, like you said, and then from 9th to 12th.
It's close there.
It's close there.
Yeah, it's going to be one of them, ain't it?
Yeah.
So who have you gone for third then?
So third, I've gone for Tottenham. I think they are going to do well this season. I think we're going to have another season.
It's bottle job Spurs. Come on.
It is bottle job Spurs, but I think they're going to be pushing City and Arsenal to start off with, and then
Bottle
it on the last few weeks, like they did before when they thought they'd won the league, and then Hazard went and scored against us, and then stopped them winning the league.
Nah, I've gone with what you said. I went Chelsea third.
Yeah.
I went Chelsea third. They're going to be in that. There's still going to be a big gap between the top two and Chelsea, and like the third to eighth.
Yeah.
There's still going to be that big gap, but I just think Chelsea have made some very good signings.
Yeah.
Their season, their transfer window has been very good. As you said, the players they've sold out. They've made quite a good chunk of money off that. I still don't understand how they're bringing in. They have the facilities to bring in players in as well with all the issues that are going on. But we don't talk about that for predictions. I just think Chelsea. I think Chelsea have a big chance of finishing third. I just don't think they're going to catch up the top two still. I still think them two are too far away. So yeah, Chelsea third.
Yeah,
I do
that's
think.
fair. I think for second,
I think we
both say it at the same time.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. City.
Pardon?
City.
No, it's Arsenal. What am I hearing? Why have you gone City second? Why have you put Arsenal first?
I think there's going to be a point in it. Just like last season.
I think it'll be 3 points.
I think it will be a point.
Do you know why? Arsenal still haven't bought a striker.
True.
That's it. And I've said this to the lads in the into the chat off the stream when obviously we're members. Don't forget, guys, if you guys are members or sponsors, you get exclusive chat into the members on PlayStation, everything like that. You can you speak to me offline and everything like that. I said to him, if it wasn't for if Arsenal had bought a prolific striker, I would have said first. But they're going to finish second yet again because they haven't got someone that's going to score 20 plus goals. If someone says to me, someone said to me, Jesus is going to score over 20 goals. Shut up.
He's not a natural striker.
And then someone's saying, well, Havertz can play striker. Shut up.
It's not a natural striker.
That's what I mean. There's no natural striker. And it looks like I think they've and Nketiah's actually gone now.
I think he's gone.
Yeah, I don't know if it's on here. Bro, you look at how many people have gone out. Look how many
Yeah.
people have brought in. Calafiori, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. Calafiori is that's it though.
Yeah.
And Raya was obviously bought, but he was already at Arsenal anyhow. But like Calafiori is a quality signing. But where's the striker? That's the only reason I put them second.
I think it's going to be a close season again. I think it's going to be a point, and I think Arsenal just grab it.
I don't think they will.
I think they grab it on the last day.
I hope that's true, but it ain't gonna happen.
I think they grab it on the last day.
I think Arsenal are always going to be chasing. I think they'll always be chasing. Sorry, that's it. City are City, aren't they?
Yeah, City.
Even though
we don't need to talk. We don't need to talk about this.
even though they are losing Alvarez.
Yeah, I know they're losing Alvarez.
Million apparently.
Well,
It's Alvarez and it is unbelievable.
He's had a fantastic bloody Copa America,
Yeah, and he's had a fantastic.
and he had a
season.
fantastic season with City as
City.
well.
But he wants first time all the time. He wants
Yeah,
to be the
well, he
main
needs
man.
to be.
Yeah,
He's young.
He deserves to be the main man. He's
young. It's the problem with having two young quality strikers.
Yeah, that's it. And
But
you only
the
play
thing-
one.
You can only play one.
Yeah, that's the way it is. Now I think City are going to win the league, but this is going to be the last season. I think they will because Guardiola's leaving anyhow. So at the end of this season, so City fans, I hope you enjoy the last season of winning the league because I generally think you're gonna lose a lot of players at the end of next season, and you will not. I don't think you see him finishing first after this. Guardiola is a world-class manager, and
He's one of the best of all time.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He is one of the best of all
it's,
time.
It's going to be awkward for you, but like, I think it'll be close. I don't think it's going to be the way he said it, but I think it'll be 3. I think Arsenal are going to keep chasing. It would have been sick to actually see Arsenal try and get Alvarez. City are never going to sell him to Arsenal,
No.
because obviously the thingy. But like, unless Arsenal pull something out the bag and they actually sign a striker, that's where I predict both of them will finish.
I could agree with that. I think that's a fair statement.
That's the only reason. Everywhere else, Arsenal, especially with Calafiori being bolstered into defence, I think they're quality. I think they've got unbelievable signings. Everywhere there is pretty much beautiful.
Their defence is essentially perfect.
And then you got Martinelli and Saka.
Yeah.
Then you got Odegaard.
Yeah.
It's just that you're missing an outright striker.
And
That's the reason why.
Nketiah hasn't gone yet.
No, he hasn't gone yet. It says there, but yeah, I think he's on his way out. But he's not.
Yeah.
He's not good enough to. Where Nketiah is like a bottom Premier League striker, in my opinion. That's what I'd say.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. Interesting video. It's nice to have someone else talk about it as well. But obviously, you guys can let me know in the comments below your predictions. I'd love to hear what you guys say. But yeah, that surprised me with your first and second.
I've just got a feeling. I've just got a feeling.
my bones. But yeah, to be honest, it's good
to be fair, we've had a little bit of controversy.
There is
stages.
Yeah,
so.
we've had teams where we predicted most of them are pretty much the same.
Yeah,
The maddest
within
one,
a couple of places.
the maddest one is the West Ham one. That I think that is the biggest controversy for you.
For me, I agree. And
That is massive.
And then Notts, a close one.
And yeah, not. There's a couple of big ones out of you there, so yeah. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Paddy, thank you very much for being on this
You're
video.
welcome.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, let me know in the comments below your predictions, or you can feel free to reply to what our predictions are. But yeah, guys, again, we'll be doing obviously watch-alongs and everything like that coming for the coming season. So lots of Aston Villa ones, because apparently up until Christmas there's only 3 o'clock kickoffs for us. So there's going to be a lot of other games at other times. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching this prediction video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to drop that thumbs up. Of course, it does help the channel and the video. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video stream. Take it easy, obviously. Peace.